Welcome back, everyone. My name is Keith, otherwise known as Uhfgood, making a 2D and 3D adventure game, and I'm looking for a couple of different engines because what I was going to use Armory3D's navmesh creation capability looks a bit broken, so I'm trying to install Unreal Engine and. So we're gonna see here. There we go. Signing me into my account. See, this is not. Okay, there's an Unreal Engine in here. I see. So basically, I had an I guess you do this from here, huh? All right. It says not installed. What was the? Was that Unity? Maybe that was Unity. Okay, so I haven't actually gotten in here yet. I just downloaded the installer here. Right, program files, Epic Games. That's fine. What's options? Editor symbols for debugging. Why wouldn't I want editor symbols for debugging? $50 gig. That's pretty hefty. I don't know what Lumen and tvOS is. iOS, Android. Does that mean with Unreal Engine you could actually make? Nah, you probably still need dang stupid Mac to. Okay, so let's just do everything, right? Do everything. Core components required. Apply. Okay, let's install it. Boy, that is hefty though. Take a chunk out of my drive, let me tell you. How big is my C drive anyways? Okay, so I still have 330 gig of free space, which is cool. And we are now away, up and away. So now, let's see something here. Let us do this. I'm going to go ahead and stay logged into here. I don't care. I'm going to go back to my YouTube account. And I guess, I don't know, should I do it on YouTube or should I do it in a, let's see. Let's just do it. Actually, let's do it in a regular search. Navmesh Unreal Engine 4. Content examples. That isn't going to tell me anything. It might be even something that I need to download extra. So, let's see. Navmesh Unreal Engine. What is this? The API stuff? How do you use Navmesh walking? Answer hub. Basic AI navigation. That'll be something. I don't know where I heard this. Navmesh walking. I know something like a character does not have to check every tick whether the ground below it saves performance, but it needs a good navmesh. Default navmesh walking mode ignores all collision with world geometry. You use navmesh polys as the ground level. While it's being faster, it's also less accurate and depends on navmesh generation parameters. After all, navmesh is just approximation of walkable space and doesn't need to be identical with the ground's geometry. Navmesh walking is still in development and will be available in 4.8. Generally, you enable it by calling. Does that mean that they don't have navmesh, or does that mean that... Alright. What is this, 7 minutes? Let's speed this up. Playback speed. Yeah, let's just do it in 2 times. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay. So he's using Blueprint. Okay. Got it. The point isn't to try to go through this tutorial, it's just... And we got this going. If you want to look this tutorial up, go to Tesla Dev on YouTube. I don't really have like a permission to put this on my video, I guess, but you know, I'm not actually showing you the tutorial, so you'll still need to really okay, so this doesn't really... Okay, so interesting. So they got walkable areas they can do. I don't know. This looks okay. So he's actually going up the stair, or up the, yeah, the deal here. Okay. Again, like I said, I'm not trying to show this tutorial and use this tutorial actually, you know. Interesting. Actually, we can speed this back to normal, I think. Is it going to show another play deal, or is it just whatever he's doing is just explaining something? He or she, it doesn't matter. Most likely to he, but, you know, then I'm misgendering or something, who knows. It goes up the stairs and everything. That's actually pretty cool. So obviously Unreal has it. Of course, it should, because it's a big, robust, an actual big, robust, mature 3D engine. So you'd expect it to have a lot of the necessary items. And so far, installing. It doesn't tell me where we're at. It's just a... It did say 50 gig though, didn't it? 31%. Alright. So I guess this is just going to take a while. I hadn't actually planned, but let's see if we can find some more. How to work with navmesh and simple navigation. Let's see if that tells us anything. Let's say navmesh tutorial. Thorough tutorial and navmesh generation. Okay, so area filtering, AI can't move unless the move code set to flying, issue. Actually, this might be kind of interesting because I forget what it was, but maybe it was an Armory, but it was saying that navmesh navigation movement or whatever turns off actual physics collisions, because it's following, presumably you take control of the character or an NPC and it follows the nav mesh. It doesn't follow, it doesn't bump into stuff. So what is worthy T? Earn money. That sounds good. I could earn money. Okay. That doesn't tell me anything. Okay. Here, let's just bookmark this in other. Okay. Simple navigation. The section of the nav mesh content example shows how a pawn can navigate through a set of obstacles. See, what I'm going to do, allow. What I'm going to do is, well, first for a demo, for a starting demo, I'm going to basically, I need a 3D scene set up, and then I need a 3D object. To start off, it'll be a cube, but it'll probably be more like a sphere or a capsule when I actually get to making it. And so basically, basic functionality of any adventure game really is walking around and exploring stuff. So basically, I want you to be able to click on anywhere in the scene or on the screen, and it to move to the nearest location to that. And then I'm going to attach a I don't know if you call it a 3D sprite or whatever. Like in Blender, you have to set up a plane, and then you set up the images, and they have a plugin to do it all automatically. But essentially, a 3D sprite is essentially billboarding an image, right? So all my images, all my characters and things, even some objects, depending on what they are going to be drawn 2D sprites. And so they're going to be attached to this thing. They're going to be projected orthographically, I guess, basically where it's always facing the camera. And but in reality, I'm still doing a full 3D deal. So I basically need to learn how to do a basic movement where you click anywhere in the scene and the object will move there, basically. That's actually going to be kind of the big core or the meat. I mean, obviously with an adventure game, you have inventory, you have dialogue trees, you have things where you can get stuff or where you can interact with objects and all that. But the biggest thing you're going to be doing, the biggest thing that you do in an adventure game is walking. That's the most work you do is walking. So the walking is a big majority of the problem. Once I get that solved or done, then I just do a thing where I'm able to interact with objects at any time. So it means looking at an object, it means picking up an object, putting it in your inventory, things like that. And so once you're able to interact with objects, in fact, what I'm going to do is I have a thing where you're going to tap or click on some place on the screen. The way my interface is going to work is it's going to work for touch screens and HTML5, which uses one mouse button, Macintoshes, which traditionally used, Apple computers traditionally used one button mouses. So you won't need a second mouse button because I'm going to be using radial menu, or what is known as pie menu, and various things like that. But so what you're going to do is you're going to either click or tap on an area of the screen. Let's say an object. Let's say there's a mirror on the wall, and you want to walk there, you want to interact with it, like look into it or whatever, or move it or something, you'll click on the mirror. The character will move there, walk there. Um, then it will execute whatever action you're trying to execute. For instance, look or move or lift or whatever it is. Um, it's going to do that after it moves there, and so the two biggest things are moving to a location and interacting with the object. And once I got that done, then the rest of it is just basically content and essentially making the game. So right now I am installing, Unreal Engine, which is only 50% now about. And so yeah, I'm looking for. Okay, that's nothing to do with me. Anyways, so I'm looking for tutorials for Unreal Engine, and it looks like so far I'm not really finding any. I mean, there's content example, there's a few things here and there, and they're talking about specific problems, but I haven't seen anything, beginner tutorial on how to use navmesh. And still, Unity still got everyone beat. I might be just going with Unity on that if Armory doesn't fix itself, or if it's until it fixes itself. So I want to say thank you for bearing with me. Like I said, I'm just building a game. I'm just logging it. I'm not doing a tutorial. I'm not telling you how to do it. I'm showing you how I go through it. In fact, I'm going to actually in the near future. Let me see something here. What number are we on? We're only on the third video here for the week. But when I get back to story, I'm gonna kind of go back to the beginning, sort of. And even though I'm not going to recreate characters or create new characters, I'm going to take the characters and I'm going to redevelop their stories along with you. So maybe that will give me a better handle on the actual story of the game I want to make. Look forward to that, I guess. And thanks for watching. In the next video, perhaps we'll get into playing around with Unreal Engine just a little bit. So thank you for watching.